Hi everyone, welcome in. Please like the stream. Just FYI, I will not be on later. Hi everyone, welcome in. Please like the stream. Donations are open. Just FYI for anyone that gets readings, I will not be back later. Hi Bandana, there are no free readings. Donations only. Hi Gypsy, how are you? Hi everyone, welcome in. Hi Jess. One sec. Alright, I'm back. You didn't work today, Jess? What kind of milkshake did you get? Oh, strawberry, nice. Just, you could post your question. Wait, so Jess, you didn't work today? Did I ask you that already? I did. I don't think you heard me. Yeah, God. Oh, nice. This was like needing to get grounded when it comes to maybe business or work, like career, deciding on, what if you're wanting to do more, what it is that you want to do. Yeah, this has to do with like career and work. The Hermit is a card of like going within. You don't have to go into full hermit mode, but I do feel like when you're trying to figure things out, whether it's in love, in career, whether it's like, your next move. Oh, excuse me. I barely slept last night. You have to get clear on things. So maybe like you're trying to get clear on things, but they're saying get grounded and it will come to you. So if you've been trying to figure things out, Spirit is saying to get grounded and the message will come in clear for you. The Six of Pentacles to me is all about like equal give and take, what you're putting out, you're receiving. So to me, it's like whatever, like how we were talking about the video that I did, the rant about. Oh, wait, you're good now? About, um oh, hold on. You know why? Because my earphones, I put it on my ear, my bad. You know how we were saying, like I said, you either want it or you don't, right? You either persist or you don't. So that kind of like is how I feel with this. Is like figuring out what exactly you want, get clear on it, and then go for it. Show me more, Spirit. General reading for Jeff. The Page of Cups in the reverse. I'm getting, again, it has to do with work, like needing to find your creativity. Maybe feeling a bit of like insecure when it comes to new ideas or having creative blocks is what I'm getting with that card. Yeah, this is to me like mental creative blocks. So again, getting clear in your mind. That's why they're saying get grounded. If you have been thinking about career. Oh God, I can't stop yawning. If you have been thinking about like where you want to take your career, they're saying just get clear, get clear. That's the main message I'm getting. The Swords being here to me feels like mental declutter, like needing to mentally declutter, because there's too much clutter in there. The Seven of Swords, the Eight of Cups. Also, let go of your fears. To me, like I feel like I feel like you're blocking yourself creatively. Like nothing is blocking, there, to me there's no such thing as blocking, but there could be like you're restricting yourself from evolving, and you have to be careful with that, because what happens is then you start to experience little bullshit, because when you're meant to evolve, the more you hold back, the harder they'll push, right? um the harder you'll push, right? So, I mean, they'll push you to do something. And what it does, sometimes it can cause chaos. Whereas if you do it when you're supposed to, you know, you do it at your own pace. Way too many cards, Spirit. The King of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups in the reverse. The Lovers. The Two of Pentacles. I feel like keep pouring into you when it comes to your connection. The Queen of Cups in the reverse is all about self-love, self-care, pouring into herself, focusing on her inner feelings, her inner emotions. And that brings alignment and balance, because the Two of Pentacles for me is showing up as balance and not needing balance. Yeah, you see like the confusion of balance here, or the confusion of alignment, disalignment, will come to an end with the Ten of Wands. Like the burdens are done as long as you continue to pour into you. We know the more we pour into ourselves, the more our person feels that, and that's how things kind of just unfold. Yeah, look, the Ace of Swords. You're gonna have more clarity coming in from your connection. There's gonna be a breakthrough that happens, but just keep pouring into your cup. Like keep filling your cup is what they're saying. So that is what I have for you, Jess. You're welcome. So, Jess, I don't know if I've asked you this before, but have you had like a crazy bridge of events happen for you ever? Oh, well, when this guy told you that last year, right? Um, but I don't know if that was like a thing for you. Like, okay. Yeah, like I feel like this was just the one big boom to let it go. So, I'm not really, I mean, you know how I feel. Not gonna say it on here, but it's like, but at the same time, I'm just like, you know what? I don't know, like I'm not surprised, but I am, but I'm like, ugh. Yeah, that's why I don't talk about anything on here because it's like people just watching and it's like, it's weird. Um, yeah, I know what you mean, Jen. I was seeing her. Oh my God, he did. You see? You see, girl? It's funny because I feel like he's going out more because you have. I mean, or like you've been posting stuff. So remember, I think I said that he will be posting some stuff. Yeah, that's good though. You're gonna see more of that stuff. This week, I'm definitely been slacking on it for some reason. Yeah, it gets like that though, Jess. We're normal. We're human beings that are having, you know what I say there. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. So, whew, it's tough, and it's even tougher too. Like because we're so consciously awakened. People who are not consciously awakened yet, it doesn't feel, or like newer people that are coming into like law of assumption and stuff like that, they just think like I can repeat affirmation and that's that, right? Which is true. And because repetition is what create, but when you're really consciously awakened, ooh, it's even tougher. Remember, like even with like the whole thing, like whether we're getting movement or not, or seeing things unfold or not, it's still the old story playing out until you get your manifestation. It's an old story, your old story playing out. Oh, absolutely, Jess. And that's the thing that keeps us going. That's our battery. It's the self-care. That's why like today I was like I spent the morning like saturating, but not in a anxious way. Like I literally told myself when I felt I'm like just breathe. It's okay. You're good. It's all right. And then I just, went and did my next, set of affirmations. I took my time this morning and I took my time even getting like I got up and like, brushed my teeth. I took a quick shower and I was just like, let me just take it one moment at a time and just reminding myself this is just an old thought, it's the old story just playing out. So it's like just I always say like notice your emotional reaction without judgment. Like don't judge yourself, just notice how you're feeling so that you can process it. And, have the process like the steps to, journaling or like even talking to your manifestation buddy. I ain't gonna lie, I did talk to my friends, but I was like, I just I don't really think whatever, but. And then just remind yourself this is the old story playing out. It has no power over my chosen, and that's that. And then to me it's all about like returning back to your state, the state of like what you're desiring, um and just remind yourself it's already done. Like it's happening now, so I'm not gonna worry about it. And this is a good time to revise. I actually did a little revision scene. um all right, love, so you want an in-depth reading for July, or you have a specific question? You know what I didn't do this morning just was my goddess statement. So the goddess statement just is like do it like early in the morning. Like I don't know if you do your affirmation session in the morning, but at least read that like while you're on your way to work. So that gets your day started on who you are. And I do feel like it keeps you in that state the more you say it, but you don't have to say it several times a day, you just say it. All right, what is coming towards. So you know what? Let me actually. You know what? No, I'm gonna use this one. What is coming towards Moon Goddess this month of July? Oh. You know what is crazy? I figured out that today I have a freaking concert, and I had was scheduling a session for us, so I'm gonna do it tomorrow. What is coming towards Moon? What can she expect for in the month of July? Hi, IJ. What's poppin'? Let me play my sub in my ear because I'm just. The Three of Earth. What's coming towards her? We have the card of release. We have the card of the dreamer. So it feels like the end of a tough situation is coming to an end. To me, I don't know why I'm getting like some gossip or something like this. So, all right, I'm getting team player here. So I don't know if there has been some gossip or like some he says she says stuff that someone is like trying to be the middle person, but if anything they're causing more chaos. Either way, I see the end of that situation coming to an end. Like spirit saying it's just time to move on, so just release it, leave it up to the universe, whoever you give it to, and just let it go. The dreamer is here, so this is a card of like unexpected opportunities coming your way. They're saying follow your dreams, follow your heart, take leaps of faith if you have to, and go from there. You said work drama? Okay. That makes sense with the Three of Pentacles. The Page of Earth. So for me, the Page of Earth is about good news, about financial matters. Now, um, this could also be where things are going to change around in July with that situation for that you have at work, the work drama. I feel like there's going to be a change there. The Six of Fire is here, and then let me see. With the Knight of Water. So the Six of Fire is all about like, yeah, see, I'm getting good news coming your way. So maybe this doesn't have anything to do with like the drama, right? But the drama, they're saying just release it, let it go. Don't go back and forth, because it feels like there's a lot of he said, she said. Like, when you tell someone something and then they deliver the message, it's gonna sound different. And the more that message goes down the pipeline, by the time it gets to the end, I remember something. Me and my friends, were talking. So my friend said that they told the mom, this was when we were younger, that she was dating a black guy. The mom, by the time the message got to the other sisters, it was like the guy gave her a black eye. So you get what, I don't know why that came up, but it's like by the time it gets down the pipeline to the person, it's a completely different message. So just be mindful of that. Not if you're not wanting the drama, just also don't include yourself in it where you talk to people about it, even if you think they're cool with you. You have the Knight of Water. I see a new love connection coming in, but this could also talk about like needing to balance your emotions. But I am getting an invitation from someone's for like a social event, or this could be like a date or something. The King of Earth is here. This could be a King of Pentacles coming your way. It does not have to be, but Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Someone who's very confident and like ready to offer you a new opportunity. In love, like someone that's very stable and reliable. Someone who's very generous. Show me more. We have the Awakening and the Two of Fire. They're saying look at things from a different perspective. So to me, this feels like they're saying it's important to be yourself, but also take time to evaluate the connections that you're having coming up, because I feel like there's going to be more than one person coming up, but you may also want to reject this person, this King of Pentacles, because he may not be your usual type. So they're just saying to just gain new perspective, evaluate, and maybe there is still a chance for you to get to know this person. The Two of Fire is here, so this is about continuing to move forward. So I feel like July is going to be a month where you're closing chapters and moving forward, where you're kind of like, you know, deciding that, you know, I don't want to be bothered with this person or that person or this thing, and I'm just moving forward from it. So I'm getting a lot of like chapters closing. You have the Moon. The Moon is here to let you know that there's events happening behind the scenes that are benefiting you. The life experience card is about, like I said, like some major significant events happening in your life. Powerful revelations are going to be coming in that lead to change, and Spirit is saying it's time to spread your wings. So again, I'm getting that energy of like letting go of certain things and just find peace with them. The Hermit is here, so this is about spending time in quiet meditation, self-discovery. So spending time in solitude, and you have the Five of Fire. um Give me one more. See, I still see conflict with others showing up. So what Spirit is saying, July, and you have the Star. July is a month where you're going to have to make decisions. Either you're going to keep going on with these, like the work drama, or you're going to just decide that, you know what, there's no resolution, but I don't want to hear about it anymore. Because the Five of Fire to me is gossip, is a lot of gossip. So like, again, the back and forth, but you have the opportunity to make a positive change and just have like a positive outcome with this. So that's what I'm getting for your in-depth. All right, let's see what's coming towards you with the Duck. What is coming towards Moon Goddess? So we have an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. We also have Leo season, which is at the end of this month. You have a water sign, which we do have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but we are also in Cancer season. A twin flame, Aries season. This could also be an Aries coming towards you. Remember I said there's going to be multiple people coming in. You have unexpected love messages, a twin flame, planning a vacation, healing your inner child, spiritual healing. I'm going to take all of these to fill out. An unexpected apology, an unexpected invitation, financial stability, a new home, major changes to your money, and new baby. And we have someone is calling you. So that is what I have for you, love. You're welcome. Just you could post. Right? It was you who donated again? Yeah, that's fine, IJ. Alright, what are the angel numbers Jess hasn't seen trying to tell her? Alright, you got the Two of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Three of Cups. I feel like something's coming in. So they're letting you know there's going to be some type of communication, reunion. This could be with your person. So if things are feeling stagnant for you, like you feel like, all right, I want more movement, you will be getting it. So it's like your little signs of movement coming in. All right, this was in the reverse here, so I'm not saying that. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. So if you're feeling a little like, I don't know, like I feel like this is both of you feeling a little left out from each other's lives, but I see a reunion that's gonna come in. So it's almost like them letting you know that he's coming in, even if he's taking his time. Show me more. What are these signs? What are they trying to tell her? What are the angel numbers trying to tell her? The Lovers. Yeah, it has to do with him. Like it's like all the unfolding that's happening behind the scenes. So it's like you may not see like remember how I was asking like have you seen any like bridge of events happening and like in your 3D? You said not that you can notice, right? Or that you can recall. But so I feel like yours are happening behind the scenes. There's a lot of movement, like moving puzzles behind the scene that are working out in your favor. The Queen of Swords is here, so I feel like they're saying just continue to be disciplined, continue to like do what you're doing, get your mental clarity, be direct when you're communicating. Like so, I guess like when you're affirming, like be very direct and be very like you know sometimes I feel like yeah robotic affirming is cool, but I feel like when you add a little bit of energy to it, it's also I feel like it can bring you even more closer because now you're adding your senses, right? And that's something that I've learned, like adding your senses to your like sessions and stuff like that. That's why a lot of people will like you know do a little bit of breath work before they start doing their saturation session because it kind of puts you in a place where your consciousness or like your subconscious is more open, but your senses are still going too. So that's why sometimes during sessions, you may get feelings, you may get emotions, you may get like, you know, like the other day when I was doing my self-concept stuff and my core beliefs, like the new stuff, I literally like felt so emotional, but felt good because I was like, yeah, I'm just letting go of what's no longer serving, you know? The Strength card is here. So sometimes adding feeling and emotion is good. Exactly. The Ace of Cups, the Strength card. Again, the Ace, not the Ace of Cups. Well, yeah, the Strength card and the Ace of Cups. The Strength card to me is like staying focused, like you just staying focused in what you're doing. This is like to me like calming your inner demons, not to call them demons, but calming your inner like voice, like calming yourself down. That part of you that wants to like be erratic and wants to spaz and wants to like me, like I wanted to say you a lame ass bitch, but I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that, right? So it's like, I'm gonna use a F you letter to do that. So that's what I feel like that strength card is showing up, like just remain focused and continue to fight through the trenches, right? You do have the Eight of Cups, that's what you're gonna have. And with the Eight of Cups being here, let me just see. Okay, got you. See, I'm getting like needing to walk away from stress. So maybe you're going to lose a little sleep at night, or at night, this is a good time for you to get really clear. So I feel like when they're saying this, like doing the whole thing, like where you feel like your senses a little more, like add a little more feeling to than just robotic affirming. I feel like you're going to see like even bigger shifts. Look, the King of Cups, him coming in more emotionally open and available. So that is what I'm getting for you, Jess. That's what those signs I feel is like all about your manifestation coming in, but they're also like adding like what you can do to kind of like speed things up more, or at least like see more movement. Hi, Kersha. Thank you. Yeah, when you're kind of stressed, yeah, I get it. Because, I think that it's just that, like, we're shifting into some new beliefs. So you're either going to have an emotional purge or, a 3D purge. I'm like, I don't know which one is better at this point because I'm feeling like both of them, but it is what it is. I'm just going to not even claim it as a purge. I'm just claiming it as, my old thoughts just clearing up, which is a good thing overall. Because you don't want to bring that stuff to the new story. All right, wait, IJ left his question. Shit. I tend to do it more robotically a lot of the time. Yeah, that makes sense. I tend, I would say I like to do my sessions, but I have not been. Well, I'm not gonna say I haven't been like on routine, but sometimes I'll be like, shit, did I do these this morning? So I literally said yesterday, I was like, I gotta start writing like my sessions when I do them because I'll forget like if I did them or not. But I like to do my sessions. Like that's how I like to affirm. All right, so for IJ, I had another vivid dream about possessive again last night. What was that about? All right, let's see. What was the dream about, Spirit? What was that dream about? was that dream about, Spirit? What was that about? Kersha, please like the stream. You guys are in here. The Chariot. Oh shit, that's too much. The Two of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. The Eight of Wands. So I'm getting right away for you is like progress, movement. I feel like, again, with you, you're gonna be getting like dreams. So you're one of those people that when they affirm and they're manifesting, you may have a lot of dreams with this person. She's showing up as the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, which could sometimes be very self-centered, very smothering with herself, kind of like has a bit of, I want to say, like possessiveness with her own self, with her own like, finances or like her own goals. Very independent energy, right? But what I'm getting is like it's also a sign of you getting more communication from her, of you seeing more movement with her, because I do see progress here and mutual feelings as well. Like there's progress and mutual energy. Show me more. The Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords with the Nine of Cups. So you have the Ten of Pentacles with the Five of Pentacles. So there could be some financial loss coming up for you. I don't know why this is relevant to your dream, but sometimes we don't know why dreams are coming up, but I'm just going to give you the message that's here. The Ten of Swords, like a bit of stress coming up for you, IJ, but they're also saying a painful ending is like any financial loss or emotional loss is coming to an end, and you find your wish fulfillment. So it's almost like you're decluttering in your own kind of way, like we were just saying, like bridges of events happening, or like what they call emotional purges, or so maybe this is going to be coming up like you are going to be experiencing that, and maybe we're going to be experiencing that as a whole for some reason, because I don't know why I'm getting that for you too, but it does feel like some emotional things will show up for you. I feel like financially you're going to be stable. This to me feels like emotional instability, which is just your old stuff clearing up. Yeah, you have the Moon with the Wheel of Fortune. So like, yo, what the heck, Just right? Just is laughing. I'm like, yo, is this what we doing right now? Like, is this what it is? But I guess so. Um, like the Nine of Swords, yeah. This feels like, I don't know, the dream is kind of like, again, letting you know about your manifestation. You're also like suppressing your subconscious with your manifestation. So you're going to see her in your, like I said, you're the type of person that's going to see her in your dreams. You're kind of still fairly new. So I feel like, but I think even in general, when you're very active in it, you're still going to be one of those people that dreams. I just feel like you have other messages showing up outside of your dream. I think the dream with her is just that, like the way you're affirming is just letting you know or giving you signs of like closeness coming in. But you also have this moon here with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Cups. I feel like there's gonna be things that you're gonna see, that's all illusion. They're saying don't lose hope, don't find yourself like in anxiety or worry, possibly even losing sleep, because I do see you breaking cycles, like breaking generational curses as well. But you may start seeing stuff in your 3D that make you feel like, what the fuck is this? It may feel like things are going backwards instead of forward, but they're saying push through. The Seven of Cups is here, so just use your tools that you have to like push through with this stuff, because it does feel like it's gonna happen. Yeah, see, but I feel like after that time, it's like it's meant to like you're meant to shed all this weight or these layers, so that this huge, crazy, energetic night can start coming in. So a lot of things moving in fast for you. So don't worry if you do start. I'm not claiming that you are, but I'm just saying what I'm seeing. It looks like there could be like what they call a transitional period or a bridge of events, or like a purge. And sometimes it may feel like your manifestation, instead of going forward, it may be feeling like what the fuck, it gave you the whole opposite. But that's when you're supposed to push through, because that's just you releasing like old thoughts and old stories. So that is what I have for you. So, Kersha, if it's a channel reading, it's gonna be whatever comes out. Channeled readings is gonna be whatever like her higher self wants to deliver. It's not a question. Now, if that can get answered, I mean, if that answer comes through, I'll definitely let you know. But it will talk about her feelings towards you, but it may not touch on the argument, if that makes sense. Like, it will touch on her feelings towards you, but it may or may not discuss the argument. Okay, so give me a few minutes. Which is that just ain't no way. Yo, ain't no fucking way we all kind of going through it right now. You know what? I think that core belief chart fucking us. Say nah. Okay, cool. Fucking us up. Say nah. But we need that. We need that, because you know what, core beliefs, when you can address those core beliefs beforehand, it makes manifestation easier. Because when you're manifesting and you still have these core beliefs, you're fighting. Not only are you trying to get your, but you're also fighting those core beliefs. So it's almost like, so this is how I could say it real quick. Sorry, Kersha. So this is how I would put it. So here go your core beliefs, right? Which is like your foundation is there. It's been embedded in you. It's stuck there, right? Now, when you're affirming, you're living in the end, right? This is the end. And you're affirming, here goes your affirmations, right? But then they got to get through this. And so instead, when you work on this, it'll just go easier. Like, it flows forward instead of flowing backwards. And I know nobody explains that, but that's really how I studied. And like, I was just like, oh, that's why core beliefs, because you're kind of working backwards at first, and then it starts to move forward. So that's why sometimes, like right now, like seeing some bullshit in the 3D, that's just some backwards movement, So yeah, that's how I could explain it, my little chart. Oh wait, let me put this here. So all right, so just give me a few minutes so I can tap in and write it out. So what is her name again? Let me see. Palone. Okay, I want to say the Kersha. What do you want to say? All right, I got your message, and I'll give you messages too, because you get messages with the handwritten messages with this channeled reading. So I got, all right, so here it goes. Oh, I think I need to screenshot that. So here goes. I'm in my head. I want to get clear about our connection. Lately, all we do is argue and fight, and it's become way too toxic for the both of us. We both deserve to be in a healthy relationship. We just can't keep doing this. I love you and I see my future with you, with only you in it, but we can't keep going the way we have. My mind is in one place and my heart in another because I really want a love that lasts, but my logic messes me up sometimes. It's hard for me to really express myself because there is so much confusion, not in how I feel about you, but in what happens next for us. You are the love of my life, and there is no denying that at all. I just want us to build a solid foundation, and right now it seems far away. I'm asking you to bear with me and give me the space needed at this time. I promise I'll come back stronger. And let me get you some messages. Oh wait, this is not it. My bad. Wrong deck. Wrong deck. What does she want to say? What does Pendulum want to say to Kershaw? What does Pendulum want to say to Kershaw? What do you want to say to her? Loving you always and forever. Crazy for you. The wait is over. I'm so stressed. You are my light. I'm so scared to lose you. You are precious to me. You are my safe space. Believe in us, and I love you. So that is for you, Kershaw. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Yo, you think just? Oh my God, Jane. I didn't even tell you, but right now I'm fighting. Listen, I'm fighting for my fucking life. Let me stop playing. Let me stop playing. It is what it is. You know, is again, it's my old story playing out, and that's what it is. Because I know what I thought, and yeah. Listen, the rope that I'm hanging on is like that thin and that short. Like it's literally that thin and that short. Like it's about to tip over. So I was telling Jess, right? So getting down to our core beliefs, right? So here go our core beliefs right here. This is what's hidden, what we don't sometimes see, things that have been replayed in our subconscious, right? This is our affirmations right here, and this is our end goal. So when we start from here to get to here, what happens is we're still fighting this back here, right? So like you're still fighting your core beliefs because you're not addressing them technically, right? You can be addressing them by saying certain things like I'm always chosen, stuff like that, right? Well, those actually go down to your core beliefs. But if you're saying like, you know, my person always chooses me, but you have this core belief that people don't choose you, or you've been experienced like people cheating and stuff like that, there goes your core belief. So you're literally fighting. Well, I wouldn't say fighting because I don't want to give that, you know, and I'm not trying to be limited. But here goes your affirmation, and instead of just going straight to here, it's still gonna have to process that and then come to here, right? So what I was saying, telling Justice, like us doing our core beliefs right now, we're kind of just making it easier because it's like here we are, or I could even say here go our affirmations, here go our core beliefs, and then here. So we're trying to get there, but we still got to go through here. So it's better to just address those core beliefs here so we can just jump there, if that makes sense. The old story got no choice to change. Yeah, I'm just like, I have to laugh because I specifically have said shit that is showing up that I'm like, bro, I can't make this up. That it's not. This is why I tell everybody. You know what's funny? I literally was saying how we just have to believe that our thoughts create, right? And I feel like I was at a point like earlier this year where I was like, do our really thoughts really create, or is it just like what it like is it more deeper to this? So it's just kind of like a reminder that our thoughts really fucking create, and you decide what those thoughts are, and whatever happens happens. Right, exactly. Stuff has been popping up for you, IJ. Like what? I mean, if you want to discuss. And I'm not gonna lie, I just started doing the timer, like, and just for the click, like, to stay focused. So I'm like, yeah, I already know what's going on. You know, get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna drive myself crazy. Yeah, I'm revising that whole shit. Yes, just I'm revising that whole shit. That picture was with me. Yeah, that makes sense, IJ. I'm revising that shit. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a good time tonight. I'm not listen. I'm not gonna be where I was at a few months ago, where I was like, oh my god. I mean, I was this morning, but I'm like, I could process my feelings. I'm gonna write it out, and I'm gonna just write it out until I release it, and just not stay stuck in it. Just remember that this is just the old story, you know, playing out. It's an old story playing out.
It's just, when I be asking, like, myself for proof or God for proof, and it shows me, because it's like I specifically said that would happen. Yeah. I'm talking to my god best friend. No, don't worry, I'm not reacting. I mean, I'm talking to him, I'm venting to him, but I feel like I have to get that out, and I know that I gotta stop doing that, but I just had to. I know, Jess. I know. I'm not supposed to. Okay, got you, IG. I'll get started. All right, Jess. All right, I promise. I should have never, cause he's like, what the fuck is this? And he like, yo, this, you know, you know how I know I'm okay though, and not like spiraling, because the E from 3, 4 months ago, she would not be live right now. What does Matt want to say to IJ? Okay. Okay, so like you mean something good? Yeah, because sometimes when you're tapping into like old stuff could come up, but like not in a good way. That's what I'm trying to say. Like not like a purge of emotions and old stories, like your insecurities, your, like um a lot of times, and again, I'm not trying to put this out like in a limiting belief, but like some people will say like their person will pull all the way back. Some people have said like they started affirming for like marriage and their person has broke up with them. um there's like little things that happen when you're changing a belief inside of you, but it's like your old story, removing itself. And sometimes it's not a good story, and so that causes people to like spiral, which is why it's so important to remember the 3D is just your old thoughts and patterns showing up, clearing the way. So again, not trying to put that on anyone, but this is stuff that does happen. And I thought I was kind of cleared from that. And some bullshit showed up, and I'm just like, okay, wow. Guess I'm not clear from it. But you know what? I'm glad it's happening because that's just the old shit coming out. So I won't have to ever revisit it again. That's how I'm looking at it. Yo, you saw about P. Diddy? I didn't think he was going to be found guilty, anyways. I mean, considering those were all consenting adults. right, IJ. So here it goes. I want to have more communication with you, like actually hear your voice or see your face on FaceTime. That's been a more recent desire. Every time I read her stuff, I stutter. That's been a more recent desire of mine. I'm working on myself and a full transformation. So even if you're not seeing things moving from my end, just know I'm doing a lot of behind the scenes. I'm doing a lot of work behind the scenes to bring us closer. I don't want to miss out on the opportunity for us to grow together and expand into something greater. You are my dream come true, and that's something that's God did. You give me so much faith and joy, calm and purpose. I'm working on I'm working hard towards my goals, but definitely keeping you in mind. I know there will be challenges, but I'm going to make sure I'm disciplined enough to be able to handle them. I'm more clear about what I want with us than I've ever been, and I'm going to make sure that we make something happen here. So there goes that. Let's get your messages. And I will be heading out after this. That was a good message. I talk to everyone about you. You are the one, my forever and ever. Let's give this another try. I haven't stopped thinking about you. Together we are a power couple. I've always prayed for someone like you. You rock my world. I'm always thinking about you. I have something good to tell you. The thought of you always makes me smile really big. So that is for you, IJ. Thank you so much. That was a nice read. You're welcome. So I will see you guys. I'm sure I'll talk to y'all throughout the day. But I will see you guys tomorrow live. So have a good rest of your day. Bye.